Insight failure usually shows up before anyone calls it insight failure. It appears as practical symptoms in the bid. The first signal is generic win themes. If win themes could apply to almost any customer, they're not doing enough work. Phrases like experienced team, innovative technology, customer focused service, value for money and partnership approach may all be true, but they are not distinctive on their own. A strong win theme should have customer context built into it. For example, not just low risk mobilization, but low risk mobilization that protects the customer from service disruption because we already understand the operating environment, dependencies, staff requirements, systems and stakeholder concerns. Not just technology-led service, but technology that gives the customer clearer visibility of performance, faster exception management, and better evidence for decision making. The test is, can we add the words for this customer because? If not, the win theme is probably too generic. The second signal is late SME questions. If halfway through the drafting, writers are still asking basic questions like who owns this process? What is our current performance? Do we have evidence for this? What systems are we proposing? Or has operations signed this off? The bid has started without enough readiness. That does not mean that the writer has failed. It means the insight and solution inputs were not mature enough before drafting began. The fix is not simply asking the SMEs to respond faster. The fix is to make sure that the core facts, proof points and solution decisions are owned before the bid starts. The third signal is missing proof. This appears when drafts contain strong claims but weak evidence. We deliver excellent performance. We have robust governance. Our technology provides insight. We understand the customer. We will reduce risk. All of those statements may be true, but they do not score strongly unless the evaluator can see proof. Missing proof is often the sign that the evidence has not been treated as part of the bid architecture. It's been treated as something to find later. That is backwards. Proof should be identified at storyboard stage. Each major claim should have evidence beside it with an owner, source, date and permission status. The fourth signal is unstable solution. This one is one of the most damaging. If the operating model, resourcing, technology approach, mobilization plan, commercial assumptions or governance structure keeps changing while answers are being written, the bid will suffer. Writers will rewrite, reviewers will lose confidence, different sections may contradict each other, the final submission may sound polished, but underneath it will feel uncertain. Solution movement is sometimes unavoidable. It must be controlled. There should be a solution freeze point, a named decision maker, and a change control route for anything that moves after that. The fifth signal is stakeholder guessing. You hear phrases like, I think they will care about this, or the evaluator probably wants, or I assume finance will focus on price. Some judgment is always needed, but if everything is guesswork, the stakeholder map is too weak. The team should know who the likely audiences are and what concerns each group may bring. The sixth signal is review comments that say, so what? This usually means the answer describes activity without translating it into customer value. The bid says what we do, but not why it matters. It lists features, processes, meetings, systems or roles, but the benefit is left for the evaluator to infer. That is an insight problem because good insight tells us what outcome the customer needs to see. The seventh signal is competitor silence. If the team never discusses what a strong competitor might say, the bid can become inward looking. Competitor insight does not need to be perfect, but every serious opportunity should include a view of how others might position risk, price, technology, mobilization, service improvement, or local value. If we do not think about that, we may fail to neutralize their strongest story. The important point is that these signals should not create blame. They are warning lights. Generic win themes, late SME questions, missing proof, unstable solutions, stakeholder guessing, so what review comments and competitor silence all tell us the same thing. The bid is trying to compensate for weak upstream insight. When those signals appear, the answer is not to write harder. The answer is to stop, recover the insight, stabilise the proposition and then continue. Because better writing cannot fully rescue a bid that does not know enough about why it will win.